Koji whirls around, his light revealing Fuminori's expressionless face.
不法侵入だぞ。
You're trespassing.
お前だって同じだろうが。
So are you, Koji replies, barely managing to speak over the pounding of his heart. Fuminori pushes past Koji and looks into the bathtub. He doesn't even flinch at the sight of the bones.
僕はこの家の人と知り合いなんだ。頼まれて探し物をしに来ただけさ。
Friend of mine lives here. I'm just running an errand. What? Who is this friend? When did you meet them? Koji doesn't want to believe that the old, friendly Fuminori could have had contact with the denizens of this house.
いずれお前にも紹介するよ。
I'll introduce you one of these days, he says, turning to leave without even a glance at Koji. I owe my life. Hey, Fuminori! Koji runs after Fuminori. His heart is finally beating normally again. Wait, is this friend of yours the reason you've been acting so strangely? Standing in the entrance, Fuminori glares coldly at Koji over his shoulder. The utter lack of emotion in his eyes give Koji pause. You followed me, didn't you? Koji swallows. What can he say? You're starting to bother me, Koji. Don't do it again. Fine. Fuminori walks away without another word, leaving Koji alone at the entrance. Till this moment, concern for his friend was at the forefront of his mind. Now, however, that concern is swiftly giving way to a growing sense of dread. Does the Fuminori he know no longer exist? Or was the person who just stared Koji down an imposter wearing Fuminori's skin? Koji has begun to believe that it might be so. Words are so hard. Flesh! What a nuisance. Why does he insist on interfering? The background music is really good, like holy shit. If only he spoke with me to exchange pleasantries, I could bear it, but now he's... fuck me. Now he's sticking his nose into my business just to satisfy his curiosity. Koji is a perfect example of someone who thinks that it's always good to take an interest in other people's affairs. Probably thinks that he's doing me a favor by prying into my personal life. He couldn't be more wrong. If he keeps this up, I might have to find some way to deal with him. Like Saya said, I have to keep my search for Dr. Ogai a secret. Koji could ruin everything. I didn't have time to fully investigate the Ogai residence today. At this rate, it'll probably take several days just to go through the study. So I didn't believe that I'll find anything to help with the search, but I think there's still a lot to explore. Who knows what I'll discover. Problem is Koji. He knows about the house now. Will he make things difficult? Excuse me. Her raising voice calls as I'm about to pass through my gate. Pressing a shadow, I put on a fake smile and turn to face the writhing mass of rotten flesh that is staring at me with bulging eyes. Good evening. Are you just getting home? Yes, I am. Of course, it's my next door neighbour, Suzumi, a middle-aged painter, I think. All day at home while his wife works. Not much contact with him since he asked me. Why is he suddenly talking to me now? Yes, thank you for your help. I know it must be difficult. But you're still young. You have to try and move on with your life. Yes. What is this? Did he stop me just to deliver a lecture? Such a big house. Must be hard to take care of everything by yourself. Yeah, I suppose it's right. I didn't hire a didn't your father have one? Still a student. I can't really afford the expense. I see. The flesh beast undulates foully, as though it still has something to say. The sight of it is driving me close to the edge. Even so, would you think you should at least tend to your yard? I'd be happy to help. No, thank you. I'll manage on my own. Now I get it. It's worried that the unsightliness of my house might diminish the image of his own. Damn snob. I flash a token smile, then retreat behind the safety of my gate. I can feel Suzumi's eyes boring into my back all the way to the front door. I don't want anyone to stay out of my life. I just want to live together with Saya alone when no one will bother us. Suzumi Yosuke sighs in annoyance as he watches the neighbor boy retreat into his house. What's with this attitude? While talking, he keeps his eyes averted as if to avoid looking at something repulsive. He's always been such an unpleasant young man? No, of course not. When his parents were still alive, he had been a normal youth, a little shy but sensitive and caring. The unfamiliarity of living alone must be causing him undue stress. If this continues, he might start to develop some serious mental problems. Develop some? Or is it too late already? Yosuke wonders as he gazes wearily at the Kisaka yard. Even during dinner, Yosuke can't shake the neighboring house from his mind. What's wrong, honey? You look like something's bothering you. I saw my young man from next door today. Small child. Yeah, I just had to say something about his yard. I know. I wish he'd at least do something about that smell. The stink coming from the Sakasaka. House grows worse each day, and the Suzumi family is at wit's end. Could there be a dead cat in this bush? He must notice the smell coming from his own yard. He couldn't be leaving garbage out there, could he? Surely not. No, I wouldn't put it past him. He knows what he's doing, and there all day with the storm shutters closed. What kind of life is he leading? There you go, Craze. Fucking rude child. Give it a smack. Honestly, the way things are going, I'm starting to wonder if he's gone paranoid or something. Will he be alright? Unless he gets help soon, who knows? Fuck. Seconds crawled by, each tick of the clock compounding my agony. Returned from the Ogai residence, I was greeted by a silent, empty home. Saya had vanished without leaving any clues as to her whereabouts. It wasn't rare for her to go for walks at night. I've often gone with her. However, such outings have always taken place in the middle of the night when no one is around. Never last for more than 2 hours. Right now it's 5 in the morning. Soon the sky will begin to show the first light of dawn. Even if she had left right before I returned, still been gone for almost half a day. I can't sleep. I can only wait in anguish. Tried to distract myself by painting more rooms, but I couldn't concentrate on the work. If I had known this would happen, I would have left the Ogai house sooner. Wish I hadn't wasted time on Koji. Saya doesn't return. The thought makes me want to tear out my hair. After its long absence, the terror of true loneliness is too much to bear. At last, the cowbell chimes and Saya's long-awaited "I'm home" rings out from the bottom of the stairs. I jump out of my bed and relieve all of that stress that has built up. The night is released in a wave that threatens to sweep me off my feet. So tired. Saya sighs as she climbs the stairs. I knew the trip would be hard. Saya, where have you? My question trails off as I notice the thick bundles of paper that she's carrying under her arms. What are those? Your medical charts and surgical records. I went back to the hospital today. That was cute. Saya drops her bundles on the floor, sending papers flying everywhere, then pulls her favorite cushion over and collapses onto it, stretching luxuriously. You walked all the way back from the hospital in the middle of the night? Sorry, she said, skillfully gathering the scattered papers together. Meant to come back sooner, but there were so many files to go through. So I decided to just bring everything. It was so heavy. Maybe it's just the exhaustion, not understanding a word Saya is saying. What are you planning to do with all this? What do you mean? I'm going to study it, of course. She replies, holding one MRI photograph after another up to the light. Plenty of time to go over it here. At first I think she's just playing around, but the occasional mutters of, better check this one. Oh, I see. Well, that was silly of them. And the likes as she separates the photos into Gore and pile beside her. I think that this might not be a joke after all. Do you understand this stuff? I learned a lot from Dad. She flashes her grin, then returns her papers. So that's how it works. No wonder it can't be fixed. Can't? Not by a human doctor. Can't tell if she's being serious. Even for me, it'll probably be tough. She says offhandedly, even as her hands continue to shuffle papers. I have to experiment first. Watching more closely, I realize that her eyes are scanning each page rapidly. So rapidly, in fact, that I was unable to notice it at first. Is it possible that Saya, a young girl, is actually reading my charts? Hey, Saya. Tired. Oops. Let's go to bed. Sure, that's what you want. Saya tosses aside the paper she was sorting, then leaps on me and begins to tear off my clothes. Okay. Well, look away, I guess. Hey, come on. Just once before bed, okay? Contrary to her appearance, Saya's appetite for sex would put any adult to shame. You could even say it's a little unnatural. She's not just passionate, she also has unlimited stamina, making me wonder where her slender body gets all that energy from. Never satisfied with letting me feast on her to my heart's content, she always uses me to pleasure herself up until I'm forced to tap out. Hey Saya, don't you think it's unhealthy to be doing this every day? Huh? Are you sick, Fuminor? No, not me. My body is all grown up, but you're still... Don't worry. She laughs playfully as she pushed me onto her bed, the familiar sweet sensation of her weight and skin rendering me helpless. But I'm worried. We haven't used any contraception. To my astonishment, Saya is completely uninterested in safe sex. She doesn't just ensue protection, she even insists that I ejaculate inside of her. Surely she must know the risk, which can only mean she wants to get pregnant. Fuminori, she twisted, staring straight into my eyes. You don't want me to have your children? How can I respond to that? It's not that, your body is too small. Pregnancy is a serious burden, you know. That's not really something you have to worry about. Saya seems unsure how to reply, but not because she doesn't understand what I said. Rather the bemused look on her face makes it seem as though I'm not the one getting it. I know you're thinking of me, so I'm happy. By the time I break the spell of her angelic smile, Saya's undone my belt and is removing my pants. Come on, Saya. Relax, she says, teasing my eyes. She bears my crotch and wraps her slender white fingers around my penis and testicles. That'll do it so you don't have to worry. Feeling of her willowy, unblemished fingers embracing me is enough to fill me with twisted ecstasy, draw out my male instinct. See my response, Saya brings her face to my groin, lovingly wraps her lips around the head of my penis. My hips jerk involuntarily at the unexpected intense shock of her sucking hard. Did that hurt? She asks, looking timidly up at me as she soothingly strokes my shaft. No, I'm fine. Where does Saya learn how to pleasure a man so well? I can't believe that precision and skill of her ministrations. Her sinuous fingers are like snakes coiled around my manhood. Sensation undulates, drawing forth desire from my loins. Fucking loins. As if all 10 of her fingers weren't enough to drown me in pleasure, she next adds her lip and tongue. Slobbing noises. Mind-blowing pleasure from this new stimulation instantly threatens to push me over the edge. Damp heat, different from that of her womb, presses down on me from all directions. Looking down, I see my lust filling her tiny mouth, stretching the graceful lines of her cheek and jaw so far that I fear she might break. The sight makes me worry that she's pushing herself too hard. But her tongue continues to devour me like a kitten desperately sucking on her mother's teat. To watch, I begin to feel like I'm violating Saya's innocent, unsullied face. The feeling of breaking a taboo further increases my perverted ecstasy. Every man lurks the dark desire for that which is beautiful. Saya's bewitching body, able to drive me mad at every night, is perfectly designed to draw out such savage lusts. Saya. I can't hold it anymore. I'll come in a second, but where the moment comes, what will I do with this thing in Saya's mouth? Hey, wait, I'm going to try to pull out, but Saya doesn't let me. She grabs my thighs and doubles the intensity of her sucking, as if she's trying to pull me even deeper into her throat. I'm worried about her, but my body is at its limit. A irresistible wave of pleasure sweeps away my willpower and unleashes my pent-up seed deep into Saya's throat. What have I done? I feel panic rise within me. Regardless of the situation, I should never ejaculate into her mouth while she chokes on it. Saya, however, pays no heed to my distress, still clinging to my waist like a predator, unwilling to relinquish its prey. She starts swallowing effortlessly, like someone dying of hunger. What is she swallowing? The answer is obvious. Every last drop of the passion that I just disgorged. Disgorged is now my new favourite word. It's the first time I've ever had a girl do this to me. To be honest, I'm speechless with shock. I've always been prejudiced against fellatio, thinking that's something to be done for sadistic men force women to do, but Saya. That was good. She looks up at me, answering my confusion by smiling, like she just pulled the greatest prank of her life. Get pranked. A small tongue darts out from her lips to lack away the last milky remnants from her mouth. The tongue was just looking like. Thoughts of the warring jolt of pleasure to my brain. So you don't have to worry if I do it like this. Well, it's hardly the problem, but I have no idea how to respond. Was it bad? Hearing the sudden nervousness in Saya's voice, I hesitated. Hastily stammer. Of course it felt good. That felt so good that I thought I'd go crazy. Saya, you don't have to swallow it. But I want it. Suddenly distraught, Saya clings to me like a child who just had her candy stolen. I want every last drop of it. I want it inside you. Saya really does want to be my child. I'm not averse to the idea. I still think it might be too early, of course. There's much point in worrying about my reputation now. Assuming that Saya and I will be left alone, I even welcome it. If that only explains her appetite for normal sex, I still don't know why she wants to swallow of all things. I suppose that's what pure taboo differs from person to person. Can't simply apply normal values to Saya. You don't like it? She gazes up at me pleadingly. How can I resist? I do like it. As long as you're okay with it, so am I. Saya smiles with relief and burrows continually into my chest. I love you, Fuminori, she purrs softly. The body draped over mine, I become even more aware of how light and delicate she is. Can this tiny girl and I really live as a husband and wife? I feel a pang of self-loathing at the question. How can I still be afraid after all that's happened? Saya's feelings are so earnest, How can I not accept them? I need to resolve once and for all to rid myself of the useless trappings of morality. Saya and I are all that matters. There's no point in worrying about what others anymore. Though I do suppose I should still talk to Saya's guardian, of course. I need to find Dr. Ogai as soon as